Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Mega Farm Survival Challenge. I am Hugz, and of course, this is Farming Simulator 25. Okay, today I've got a little bit in store for us, so I would like to look into getting some new land. Now, I have some cotton being planted right now on this field. I've decided that I'm also going to go ahead and plant cotton, of course. Game save, perfect. On this field over here, we're gonna double dip this time. So the planter is almost done on our one large field over here. I'm gonna move it over there next, but there's a lot that has to get done on the farm right now, and it's kind of the perfect time while that is happening over there for us to do a couple things over here. First things first, though, we're gonna need our big old Mack truck here, and we've got the correct trailer. I need to head on over to the goat pens. So the first order of business here is to collect from our sheep pens and both of our goat pens over here. And then I've been thinking that perhaps what I want to do is go ahead and move. Ooh, am I going to be able to do this? No, I'm not going to be able to do it. Let me try that again. Go ahead and move all of our goats and nope. Let me just reset here while I talk. So I want to go ahead and move all of my goats over to our giant goat pen. It just seems like the right move, and we've got so much space over there. There's kind of no need. Oh, jeez, I am just terrible at this.
Come on, man.
Okay, let's just stop there, Hugz, and let's just go. Oh boy, yeah, there's almost no need for us to have these pens over here any longer. So I think what I'm gonna do is move all the goats out of here. We're gonna get them moved over to the big pen, and then I think, yeah, you know what? What we're gonna do is we're gonna expand our sheep pen over here and just have one big old sheep pen doing his thing. I think that's the way to go. But let me just finish loading this up right here. Give me the rest of these. Beautiful. Next stop, we gotta go pick up our goat's milk. And we'll get load number 1 right there. And let's go ahead and get load number 2 right over here. Beautiful. So now we've got our wool, we've got our goat milk. Next stop, we have to go drop this stuff off at our dairy and our spinnery. First stop is, of course, whoa, disaster there almost. First stop is going to be the dairy here. Let's go ahead and unstrap, and in you go, my goat milk. Okay, let's head on over to our spinnery and get all our wool stuffed in there. Of course, I put a tractor over here. Why did I do that? Okay, let's go around this way. This seems a little bit easier to be. And around we go, and I'll unstrap right now. And let's get all the wool in there. Beautiful. Okay, first step done. So next up, what I have to do is I need to get some grass over to our big goat pen. So let's stop over here right now, and let's see, how many bales do I want to go with? I think we'll go with, you know what, let's go with 20. That should be a very, very large amount of grass. Yep, looks perfect right there. Now I am going to change the loading method on this so that we are doing stack, because I don't want to have a very, very long spread out pile of bales. I want to have it all concentrated, so when I dump it over there, it'll all kind of be in one spot, and that is looking good. Okay, over to our big goat pen we go. Well, here we are. Now, I want to be very careful when I load these in. So let's go inside of our menu here. Let's make sure we are unloading on the left side. We indeed are. And I believe we're in the right spot right there. So Shift I. Beautiful. Okay, are you going to get sucked in? We need you to get sucked in. I need my goats to be fed. I don't know if this is working right here as intended. So let's pull up our goat pen and let's just see. Oh, yeah, we got grass there. We got lots and lots of grass. Okay, so these bales are in the correct spot. As our goats get hungry, we'll pull from there, and these guys should be happy and healthy, at least until the meadow grows in here and they have something to eat just on the ground. All right, well, that's a good first step. Next up, we have to go and get rid of our other goat pens. It's been nice having them around, but it's time for them to go. All right, let's go ahead and park our semi right here, and we'll hop out. So we'll go and visit this goat pen first. This is, I believe, the bigger of the goat pens that we have. And yeah, we got a lot of goats in there. So before we can sell this thing, we do have to get rid of our animals. We have to cull the herd a little bit. And let's see, we want to sell. Am I on selling? We are indeed on sell. Okay, so we're gonna get 12,350 for these guys right here. See you later, alligator. And we've got 69. Ooh, hello, 69. Let's go ahead and sell them. $65,550 bucks for those. Okay, not bad at all. So this should be completely empty now, is that correct? Yes, it is indeed correct. Let's go ahead and pop in here, and we can now sell this. We've had it for 49 months. Look at that, man. We're gonna get $40,856 from it. Okay, not bad. I will take it. Now you may be thinking to yourself, Hugz, all of the the goat milk that was coming from here and going into your dairy, how are you going to replace that? Well, I'm just going to let the pen over there just reproduce naturally, and it'll automatically over time just fill up, and we'll get lots and lots of goat milk. So on to goat pen number 2. Ooh, we got a lot in here as well. Okay, the only thing I'm really gonna be sad about is the hay or the grass, I should say, that we're losing that was in here. But let's go in here and let's go ahead and sell these guys as well. There goes 4, and we'll sell the next bunch of 32. Beautiful. And the last batch here, another 32. Okay, we should have another empty goat pen. Yes, we do indeed. Beautiful. So let's pop in here and let's get rid of you. 39,000. Woof, we've had that one for a whole year longer almost. All right, $39,589 bucks for that one. Thank you very much. And look at the amount of room we have here now. Holy cow, that is a lot of room. But of course, if I want to replace a big old sheep pen here and take up all this space, I do need to get rid of all these sheep as well. And we are going to have to sell these guys. And look, they're producing wool overtime, man. This was not here, and I just picked up stuff. Okay, let's hop over here. Let's go ahead and sell these guys. Their next step. And I'm kind of sad doing this. I hate selling my animals, but you know what? You got to do what you got to do sometimes. We're going to have a lot more here soon enough. All right, here's the last little batch here. And look at that. That puts us at $297,000 and 220. That just changed on me. That was so weird. Okay, let's hop in here and let's sell the last one for $39,508. What was the months on that? 58 months as well. Okay. Bingo bango, there we go. So I need to come through here now, and I want to grab all these grass pallets, or not grass pallets, but grass bales, and we're going to use those to stick into our new sheep barn when that comes up. And I do suppose while we're doing this, we will go ahead and grab the bales that were here as well. So a little more wool on the back, and we've got a little more goat's milk up there as well that we'll pick up when we grab these bales. All right, let's get those. Man, this is a lot of bales. Let's get this goat's milk here. On the truck you go. Beautiful. And our last little batch here. Oh, I missed one. Let me get this one. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go drop this stuff off, and then we'll be ready to put down our new sheep barn. So I've got this set now to just unload grass, so we should do that. Oh, beautiful. All right, let's go through, and we'll drop this off in our dairy, and we'll put the wool over in our spinnery, and we'll be done. And perfect timing. It looks like our planter just finished the cotton field. So before we go any further, let's swap over to this guy, and let's get him moved over to the next field. And look at how many cotton seeds. He almost used nothing. I filled this up just before I moved him over, and he's down to 88%. That's crazy, man. And also, let me show you something here real quick, guys. The reason that I wanted to plant cotton on this field over here, if we take a look at the expected yield potential, 104%, 109%, 110%, it's much better yield on this field. Over here, look at this, negative 80%, negative 92, negative 83. It's just a terrible field all over. So we need to double dip with our cotton. Let's get this guy started over here.
12 seconds later.
It seemed like a good spot, and away you go. AI worker is now active. Perfect. Now, while this is doing that, I need to hop in this guy over here, and we actually got to start getting some lime down on these fields as well, because I don't think I've done that in a harvest or two, and we're not going to be getting max yield without it. Let's go ahead and connect to our lime spreader here. Perfect. And next up, we'll give this a fill. Got to have a full lime spreader if I want it to work. All right, that looks good to me. Now, I do think I may have to refill this probably a couple times at least while he's doing his little job here, but we'll get this guy started, and it also looks like our planter is busy over there. Beautiful. All right, let's swap back to this guy and let's finish the job we were doing. One last load of wool into the spinnery. Beautiful. So now that this job is done, let's go over and let's put down our sheep barn. All right, this looks like as good a place as any to stop. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Let me get a good bird's eye view here. Oh, it's looking real good. Okay, let's hop over into this window here and let's go over to animals and sheep. And let's get the large sheep barn. Give me. Okay, now this is going to be good because it's going to give me an opportunity to kind of address how this is placed. I never really did like how it was prior to putting it down the first time, so we'll be able to like get a do-over here. And in fact, I think we'll go right about there. That's pretty much where the last one was as well. All right, and of course we want to customize, silly game. And we'll do our best to get like a nice big field in here for these sheep. Because we do want a lot of sheep, of course. We'll go right up. Wait. We want to go right up to the road. So we'll go. Why didn't it go? Come on, man. All right. Something funky's going on here. Land is not owned by me. That land is certainly owned by me, I'm pretty sure. But the game seems to disagree. All right. So I've made it pretty big, but here comes the tricky part, of course. And that is actually getting this to connect. Oh, the first try. Look at that. Amazing. So now we have a nice big new sheep barn. Let's hop off here and let's take a look at this guy, see how many we can fit. But before I do that, let me just make sure. Oh yeah, perfect. So we have $206,920 to play with here, and we can get 136 sheep in here. That is going to be more than enough sheep. Now let's check out some of these varieties before we just rush in here all willy-nilly. So we've got the Black Welsh Mountain. We've got the Swiss Black Brown Mountain. Ooh, that's quite interesting. The Steinskopf, which we've had prior. And also the Landress of Bentham. That seems like such a grand title for a sheep. Okay, I think what I want to do this time around is let's go with the Swiss Black Brown Mountain. I've not had this one until now, and we'll just fill this bad boy up. 136,000 sheep. 136 sheep. Buy. Beautiful. So now let's take a look, and of course let's save the game in the middle of me talking. Perfect. All right, now we've got our nice beautiful sheep here. Beautiful, look at that. And we've also got a little bit of meadow growing here as well. So we do need to go grab some grass right now, so let's head on over to our pallet barn over there and grab a couple bales. And actually, before we do that, I just remembered we have a lot of honey over here. Let's go ahead and grab this and drop this off before we do our grass delivery, just to get this out of the way, because we are starting to fill up quite a bit here. All right, that looks pretty good right there. Go ahead and load me up. Load me up. Hello? Load me up. Oh, wait a second. I have it on grass only. Now go ahead and load me up. Ah, beautiful. All right, let's go drop this off into our sale pallet barn or sale pallet shed over here. This is where all of our sellables have been collecting. And in you go. Beautiful. All right, now let's go pick up our grass. Okay, what do we got? We have lots and lots of different size bales in here. So I think what I'm going to do is take all of the weird sizes out. We'll just get all of them out until we're down to the uniform. So right there. That's not what I want. Any more weird sizes? We got 7,500. Okay, we'll take these. How many is that? Ooh, oh boy. We got some round bales in here as well. I think we'll need a little bit more than that. So let's get like another maybe 5. And that should be pretty good. All right, we'll load all this up and we'll dump it over there for our sheep. Oh, I missed one. Hang on. We can't leave any bales behind, my friend. Can I get you from there? No, really? This could be because I have it on full only, but let me try one more time here. And in you go. Beautiful. All right, let's head on over to our sheep barn. Just like last time, we'll go ahead and get this lined up just so. And in you go. Okay, so now our sheep should be good. Our goats are definitely good. We're going to have tons and tons of each. I think that is pretty much it for what I wanted. Oh, wait, hang on. I have one more thing to do. I have to go ahead and fill up our greenhouses with water. So let's do that real quick. I just realized something too. I do not need the greenhouse or the water barrel over here. I don't need to have the like the attachment to have the tractor on there anymore. So let me see. Can I go in here and where this guy right here, the dolly? I don't want to sell it, but I do want to reset it. Can I do that? View on map. There we go. Reset. So now that's back at the shop, and we can go ahead and pull in our semi to pick up our water tanker. This is looking like it's in a little bit of a challenging spot. We're really going to put the backup skills to the test here. Let's see, can I get it on the first go? I think we might. Yes, we did it. All right, next up, I got to go and start filling up some greenhouses.
One eternity later.
Well, quite a bit of time has passed, but I did manage to get our greenhouses all watered, and we also finished planting all of our cotton on both of our fields and getting our lime down. But that's pretty much it. That's a good day's work for me. I think it's time to lay my head down and get a little bit of rest.
2,000 years later.
Okay, several months have now passed, and it is May. What a beautiful month. This is when we get to sell a lot of our goodies and make some money. But before we do that, we do have a couple issues that we have to address. So first off, I want to go around and I want to check on our new barns and just see how we're doing in the grass department. Looks good here, and we are almost indeed. Oh no, never mind. That was a little deceiving. We're not completely full on wool here, so we can leave this. But let's hop on over to our other pasture and our barn, and let's see how our goats are doing. Hello, goats. How's everything going over here? Oh, we're looking beautiful on grass. Lots and lots of grass and lots of goat milk. But if you did notice, we do now have a meadow. So they should be good for a while now. Let's take a look, in fact, and see how much meadow we've got going on here. So we've got 24,000 in the exclusive sheep barn. Okay. And oh boy. Oh boy. Our goats, 210,000. That's going to last them forever. Look at those suckers, man. At least until they populate more and we have like 700 goats in here, they're going to be pretty good for a while. So, all right, we're good there. Next up, we got to go sell some clothes. So let me hop on over to my semi. We need to hook up to our trailer here and go pick up all of our clothing over at our clothes shop. Okay, let's see how we've done in the old clothing department. How's it looking? Okay, we've got a couple pallets here. I think we might have a couple more in there, but let's go ahead and load these bad boys up. And yep, there they go. Wow, they're spitting out quick. That is faster than normal, it feels like. And let's look at our fields over here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. I forgot to do the weeds, guys. All right. Problem. Before we go sell anything, let me turn this off. We're going to go and we are going to do a little bit of weeding while we're taking care of the sales. Because, man, large weeds, too. That is very, very unfortunate because that does affect the total outcome when you're done with everything, but we do have to go through and get rid of those. So we do luckily have this guy, which should use very, very little herbicide. And do I have any herbicide here? Let me check real quick. We've got liquid fert, nope, and seeds. All right, so let's go fill up over at our herbicide silo right here. And we should have plenty. Yes, we do. Fill me up. Oh, beautiful. All right, over to the fields we go. All right, let's start to unfold here. And yeah, I'll drive it on there. Why not? Let's go ahead and get our guy active while it's unfolding. This is actually such a cool activity now that we've got the upgraded precision farming tech on here. I love watching it go through, and it's like a little machine gun, just pew, 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 going after the weeds. Look at him go. Pew, 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 pew. Why does that entertain me so much? I don't know. All right, let's go back to our semi. We got some sales to make, man. And we are quite top heavy here, but I think we'll be just fine. Let's take a look and see where we need to sell our clothing, though. So it is looking like, oh no, we're not even getting the best prices. That is not great.
What?
But we need to go to the, well, actually we are getting the best prices. Never mind. We need to go to the farmer's market. 19,608. Oh Lord. Okay, let's get over there, man. This is going to be a big sale, I think.
A few inches later.
All right, here we go. Our big clothing sale. I don't know if we've sold a giant load. Oh boy. $411,806. and 39,322 environment. This is out of control, guys. Out of control. That's $500,000 right there, just off clothing. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Okay, I need to put that money to good use, though. So I've been looking at the field sitch, and I highlighted earlier how our fields kind of suck, okay? They're not the best fields in the map. So I would like to remedy that by looking and finding some better fields and seeing what we can't set up so we could start getting some, like, bigger growths. And that sounds not good, but okay, it is good. Trust me. Let's look here, though. So this section right here, I've identified these fields to be extremely good fields. So we get 109%, 106%. What about these guys? 115, negative 97. Okay, that last one's not great, but there are some that are even better. Let me look here. So this whole patch, 54, 52, 53, and 51 are all really good right there. And you know what? After looking through most of these, this actually seems to be the best cluster right here that you could possibly get. And I also think that if you buy 45 right here, wait, actually, that wasn't even the one we're looking at. We were looking at these, right? But what about these guys right here? These are pretty good as well. And they do kind of make like a nice area. But 54, 52, this is a much bigger field. Ooh, boy. Those are really nice also. Man, that's right behind the shop too. Not bad at all. All right, here's what I'm looking at. I think we're going to go with 45, 43, 42, 47, and 46. Now, these aren't like super fields, but they're better than any of the fields we have by far. In fact, this one, 45, is pretty close to a super field. That's a really good yield bonus there. And 46 as well. 47 is a slacker, but the rest kind of make up for it. But one of the cool things is you see this right here, farmhouse and Walter. But farmhouse, when you buy farmland 45, you now get a farmhouse. So that would be our new house right there, all for the lowly sum of $145,680. So we are going to do it, man. Let's buy it. Give it to me. Man, are we going to have enough? Let me just make sure we're going to have enough for all this. I think we might. We already started, so we may as well continue now. Yep, give it to me. And let's keep going here. Thank you very much. And last one, last but not least. All right, so that leaves us actually 73,000 in the bank. And whoa. What is this new icon that has now appeared here? Shed with open chicken pasture. What? And, oh, we have a silo too. Okay, hang on. Things have progressed quite rapidly here, and I need to go over there and explore because there's for sure stuff over here. And what's that? Oh, our dolly. All right, let's go over here. First and foremost, let's check. Oh yeah. Look at this. We got a house. We got this guy over here, Walter. What's up, Walter? You just gonna like look at me no matter where I go? Yeah, you are. That's weird. Okay. But we've also got this guy right here. Holy cow, nice big silo, main farm silo. I don't know how much this holds, but probably a lot. It looks ginormous. Now, we've also got a couple buildings here. Can we open this up? Looks like we could have some chickens if we want. We've had chickens, though. Not a big fan of chickens. So, yeah, kind of is what it is. But it is a pretty cool little area. Can't open that. Okay, what else do we have? There's like all sorts of buildings here. All right, we've also got this little barn. That's pretty cool right there. Close. Nope, go here. Close. Okay. I don't know if I'll ever use those because they are quite small and we have like very big machinery. But the one I'm really excited about is this house right here. This is a pretty cool house, even though it's, okay, got some issues apparently, but still, not bad. Not bad at all. It's an upgrade from the house we currently have. Now, let's check out the fields we got here. So we've got 45, 43, 42, 46, 47. I feel like I'm calling out football plays here. But what do we have on? Oh, spinach, really? We've got spinach on 2 of the fields, red beet on 1, wheat on 40. Okay, wheat we can deal with. What's over there? And 42 is what? What's on 42? Barley? No, not barley. Oat? What is that color? Sorghum. Okay, so the sorghum and the wheat are 2 that we can handle. The rest are all just kind of no good for us. So we're going to have to probably just leave those and plow them all over. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with them, but we don't need them. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of sampling here, though. I want to see what's on these fields in terms of the precision farming. So go here. Let's purchase soil information. Okay, beautiful. We'll go through and do that for all of them. And this guy right here, sandy loam and silty clay. Sandy loam is the big contributing factor to why it sucks. You want loam on all your fields if possible. Let's go ahead and purchase this guy right here. Oh yeah, lots and lots of loam. Let's go, baby. And we'll get this guy. And last but not least, we'll get this guy as well. Okay, beautiful. So now we have all the information that we need for all of our land. Yeah, let's take a look here and see. We're in May, so we have the option to plant quite a few things if we want. We could go through and actually plant soybeans on everything if we so choose. But before we would even do that, we would need to go ahead and, yeah, plow these all together, because I think I would want this to be just kind of like one big field. You know, I enjoy doing that, and like going through and just letting everything do their thing. Oh boy, pH value bad. Let me think here for a second.
2 hours later.
All right, I've taken a moment to gather my thoughts, and I think what I'm going to do is, for now, I'm going to harvest the wheat. We're going to harvest the sorghum off the 2 fields that have that available. The rest we're going to leave, we're going to let it die off, and then next year, we're going to go through and we are going to plow those all together into one nice big field, and I think we might end up planting soybeans on those to get the extra yield boost. But for now, we're going to be content with the way it is. I do think, though, that has been quite a big achievement for the day. We have a brand new set of fields that are going to get us a lot of increased yield for the future. We've also gone ahead and moved all of our sheep and our goats into 2 pens now. So we've consolidated from having them mixed into several different pens to now one nice looking pen for each of them. And yeah, we also got our cotton planted, and we also limed everything. Yeah, it was quite a big day. But I do think it's time to hang up the old proverbial hat here and just, yeah, we're going to call it a day there. So guys, I hope you did enjoy the episode. If you did, you know what to do. Drop a like on it. And of course, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Why not? It's absolutely free. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a beautiful day out there. And I will see each and every one of you on the next one.